What is up, everybody? How you guys doing today? So this is a short little clip. It's going to not be football related that I wanted to talk about with everybody. Conversation came up with one of my customers the other day, and I'm actually happy this customer took the viewpoint that she took. For all these people that are pushing for $15 an hour minimum wage, look, I understand working in retail sucks, okay? And I understand that the economy isn't the best at the moment. Trust me. I understand that. When I'm walking down the street here to Walmart, okay? I don't like going there, but they're cheap. Don't like going there, though. I understand the economy sucks, man. But you've got to think about something. A $15 an hour increase is too much off the bat for most companies. Reason being is that, I'm trying to pay attention here because there's a cat that's, alright, see? Cat just went in the sewer. I think he's scavenging for food. I want to help, but I've got 4 cats of my own to take care of. Anyway, $15 an hour is way too high of an increase for a lot of companies. Say Walmart, for instance. I think Walmart netted something like $7 billion profit last year. Now, when Jesus Freak 777 did this video, went really good about the breakdown of this until the last part of it. But ultimately, a $15 an hour increase for Walmart would have cost them another $4 or $5 billion, nearly putting them out of business. Now, people would say, "Oh, but they didn't put Walmart. It wouldn't put Walmart out of business." You're right, it wouldn't. But if it's nearly going to put Walmart out of business, what's it going to do to a lot of other companies who have just as many employees but not as much profit? It's going to put them out of business, most likely. That's a big increase. I think the better solution to $15 an hour wage increase, I don't think that should happen. I think the better solution is that cut this part-time work shit out and hire everybody full-time. Now, yes, that would still be a bigger burden on the companies, but let's just say for an average part-time worker, you're getting 25, 30 hours a week, okay? And you're making $10 an hour, $10 at most, let's say. What would hurt the company more? Giving you an extra $6 an hour, which would average out to another, I don't know, $150 a paycheck before taxes, roughly, versus giving you an extra couple hours, giving you 35 hours or 40 hours, which would come out to maybe $90, $100 an hour before taxes and more. Because people there are other ways to make things work. Roommates, all kinds of things you can do to pick up extra side jobs. Like, it's really not the government's responsibility. It's the government's responsibility to give you a livable wage, But it's not the government's responsibility to make sure that you have money to live. It's yours. Unless you have a disability or something, then it is the government's responsibility to take care of its citizens. But we are owed absolutely nothing by the government. We're not owed entitlement programs. We're not owed grants. We're not owed any of that stuff. That's all luxuries. And a lot of people who fight for, I'm $15 an hour, I want free college, I want stuff like that. Those things, they're not rights. They're privileges, okay? And it's nobody's responsibility to educate you. Past a certain point, it is their responsibility to educate you on a basic level, through high school. It's nobody else's responsibility to make sure that you get your college paid for or that you make $15 an hour. If you want to make $15 an hour, get a better job. Don't expect to walk into a McDonald's and say, hey, I want to make $15 an hour to flip burgers. It's not cool. And it would do a lot of damage to the economy bringing this up, increasing it to $15 an hour. It's just not. And also, if wages do increase to $15 an hour, in order for these companies to stay afloat, they're going to have to raise the prices. So, I'm already seeing $7, $8 gallons of milk. What do you want them to go to? $13, $14? So a gallon of milk is going to be a gallon of milk already. In a lot of cases, is either half an hour's work to an hour's work to buy a gallon of milk. Seriously, this is So what do you think raising the wages to above what these companies could afford to do will do? Nothing but drive the prices up, which then negates the wage increase. So, you're earning $15 an hour, but now you're paying $12, $13 for a gallon of milk. It's crazy. And people just don't think about that. They think, I'll have more money hitting my bank account. Yes, but you're also going to have more money going out. It's nobody's responsibility to give you $15 an hour to flip burgers. It's not. Now, if you get those things, if eventually you work at a job that pays $15 an hour and you are there for it pays minimum wage, but you get a management position or you're there over a certain amount of time and your annual and performance raises kick in, that's fine. I work for a company called Safeway, okay? I do a lot of things for Safeway, which is why I've been able to get more hours. I do different jobs there, all kinds of stuff. But that's how, if you're at a company like that and you make minimum wage, your money maker is in your annual and performance raises. I started at 8:23. I'm almost at 10, but I get more hours than I used to, and I've got performance and annual raises. That's where you make your money at. That's how you survive at a minimum wage job. Is you perform well and you get your raises and you get a promotion and you do those things. But to come in off the street and expect $15 an hour is ridiculous. Okay? It's a ridiculous thing to do. Sometimes when I'm working, depending on where I'm at, I'm making $10.55 an hour. Tomorrow I'm going in, I'm making $9.55 an hour. But I'm getting more hours. And having been cross-trained to do the jobs that I do, that's where I make my money at. By working hard and by getting raises. But to automatically expect it to be given to you is something different. Like, we live in a world where people expect free things. They expect entitlements. No. It's not how it works. You don't come into something expecting free stuff. You work for stuff and you earn it. Again, unless you have a disability, it's not the government's job to support you. Hell, it's not even the company's job that you work for to make sure you have a comfortable living. It's their job to pay you what your market value is. And if it's not enough to get by for you, then you readjust things in your life. You move to a cheaper area. You get another job. You do those things. Life isn't something that's just handed to you. Okay? And that's where I think there's a downfall with people a lot of times. Is life is not something that is just automatically given to you, like you just deserve certain things because you were born. You deserve certain things up until a certain point. But when you get of sound, or when you get of mind, body, or of a sound mind and body, and age enough to do those things for yourself, it's your responsibility to do them for you. Nobody else's. Peace. Stop, like, and comment below. Later. Deuces.